Okay, so if you've been following along, this is the level 3. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take this up a notch. Okay, so we already have our minimal makeup underneath. If you're trying to cover your redness, cover your rosacea, we already did our cheetah hack. Let's just say you're sitting here, you do your cheetah hack and you're like, you know what? I wanna do a little bit more. Can you? Yes, you do not need to wipe everything off your face. The best part is this stays so natural and so light, but it's buildable, so you can go right over the top. We're gonna take this detail brush and we're gonna come in and we're just gonna define our cheeks even more. So we're taking our contour and I'm just building this up. And when I apply it with this brush, it's basically starting to just blend in. When I do blend it, I'm going to almost like flick it up. So I'm going right on the top of that cheekbone and I'm just flicking it right up. I am gonna come right here and I am gonna apply a little bit more right along that forehead, right? And that's just gonna see, you start to see it like sort of brings everything in and this just defines everything. Take that flat edge. This brush is amazing for contour. And that is one reason too. You can just take it straight down and then just flip it over and just lightly blend. And then you can go ahead right here and snatch your jaw as well. So I love this brush because it automatically just kind of blends as you go. Don't mind my hair. My hair is drying. Curly hair is always air drying the rest of the way through. So you can see it just kind of starts to give your face a little bit of dimension. We are going to take that sponge and blend it. So you're going to see it's not quite fully blended. I'm kind of leaving it as is. Again, it is cream. The contour does take the longest to sort of warm up on your skin. So I do like to kind of let it sit. I'm kind of blending it as I go. This brush makes that so easy. But I still also like to kind of give it a chance to sort of blend. So I'm going to come down with my nose again on this side. And again, I'm just lightly sort of blending it. I will come back with that sponge. And we're just gonna go ahead and just go right along that jawline. Just like that. Now when we're letting this totally warm up, you can go ahead and take one of the little tiny brushes. So this little guy right here, dip into your contour and definitely line your lips. Take a little V right here, flip right over. All of these brushes are two-sided. You will never hear me stop saying that because honestly, they just complement, each side just complements so well. You can also tap into your contour and you can use this side like this to really start to shadow your nose. So don't be afraid to take contouring to the next level like this. And you see me, I'm gonna like fan it out a little bit. What that does, it kind of starts to erase that little bit of like that fat pad. I'm gonna take the other side of that detail brush. I'm just dipping into my main highlight again, and I'm just gonna come through. I do wanna show you another trick that I do with my highlight, but I want to show you how I go ahead and do this part, okay? Just because I have it. And I'm just going to kind of tap on the sides just to make sure. But as you get older, this part right here, that's how you can minimize that part. So by coming into the beauty bar, you're going to be able to grab all of these tips and tricks. But like I said, you'll never be alone. So I'm just taking that sponge. Again, I haven't resprayed it. I'm just sort of setting that contour in place. And you can see it all start to blend together. And you can see where my nose starts to become defined. My cheeks are starting to become defined. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take it to the next level because this is all the finishing touches. We're going to go through with that blush and bronzer. And I'm going to tap into Bella and we're going to put just a little bit more on. You can decide how much you want. I like to have a little bit of a warm glow. I do like to tap it right over my eyelids as well. And I'm going to come right on the top of my cheek. It's sort of just melt into that contour. Can you see how natural this is? So I decided to do this first because I wanted to show you, you don't always need to have blush. You can use your Bella like a blush, which is really, really nice. So even if you wanted to do a little bit more contour, but you didn't want to go full like blown with blush and everything, you don't have to. You can use Bella for that. Because don't forget, you still have a little bit of that black cherry underneath that you used with your cheetah hack. So this brush is just really great because you can kind of just do like this overall sweep. It kind of keeps all the highlight areas, it keeps the contour areas, and can you see how it just sort of like marries everything together? It comes out really, really nice. Take any of your brushes, take your hand. You can do whatever you like. All I'm doing is just adding a little bit of Bella right here, kind of like on the outside, like a contour for like eyeshadow. So this is just my bronzer, and I'm just kind of like blending that in. Just like that. And then you can take any of the brushes. I'm just going to use the detail brush since that is the one that we've been using. And I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And that way you can go ahead and just have a little bit more contouring, a little bit of the bronzer. Now let's take it to the next level. Let's put a little bit of blush on there, okay? We're going to switch over. We're going to use that blush and bronzer. And I'm just going to add a little bit more blush right on the top. It's going to kind of like bring out that color. Again, this is Black Cherry. One of the scariest colors on the website. Is a favorite. I have to say, I think this is like the #1 blush that everyone purchases. Maybe not at first, but it's such a natural treat, like it's cheek. It's such a natural cheek. So depending on the look you want, I'm going to go with like a full cheek today. I kind of make that face and I go right into the ball right there and I just kind of like blend it out. But you can like snatch your cheek by doing this a different way as well. So I'll show you that another time. There you go. I also like to take a little bit and I'm just going to kind of blend that right in to my Bella bronzer. So this is my cheek color and I'm just blending that right in. And this can also be your lip color too. So they call all these like triple threats. Basically, you can use them as eyeshadow, blush, and as lip gloss. And it's just really, really nice to go ahead and put that all in. Can you just see how beautiful it's sort of all coming together? Okay, let's see. So what is our next step? Let's go ahead and put our eyebrows on. And you can see I have eyebrows, right? I already have a lash serum. This helps my eyebrows grow. It also helps my eyelashes grow. I do use that every single day. That is already dry. This is the line brush also from Seint. Again, it's two-sided. So it's so great. You can just kind of brush your eyebrows. I'm dipping it into my contour and I'm just going to go ahead and fill in my brows. You can use eyeshadow for this too. I just prefer contour. It kind of acts not quite like a wax, like it's not going to set it in place like a gel or a wax, but it kind of gives it a little bit of a structure and it keeps it really natural. And it's not that my eyebrows at this point are totally sparse. That lash serum works wonders. It's so good. But I will tell you, when you put a little bit of love into your brows, it just totally frames out your face and it just kind of completes the look. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take that sponge and I'm just going to set this. You'll see me do that often. It just kind of keeps everything in place. It keeps everything set. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab the blend brush. This is one of my favorite little tricks just for an extra brightening. And I'm going to tap into my highlight color. And I'm going to come right underneath my eye like this. And I'm just kind of lightly tapping over. So I barely have any makeup on. It's a very little bit amount of makeup. Little goes a long way, so it lasts a really long time. But you're going to notice it starts to just kind of like brighten up your face when you do this. So I'm kind of tapping right along the side of my nose and I'm just kind of like sweeping it underneath. The brush itself will help just automatically blend it. So you're using a very little amount. Switch over to the little tiny side. You go right down your nose. Now, I know we already did when we did the contour, but I always go back over it. And then you're going right inside your forehead. You can also take this and you can sweep this underneath your cheek like this if you wanted to snatch a little bit more. But can you see it starts to sort of like pull the whole entire thing together, yet it still looks natural. Okay, 2 final steps, and then we are done. I'm gonna take this blur brush, and we are just gonna conceal our friends here. The makeup won't get rid of the texture, but at least you won't see them. You can conceal those little guys. Again, 2-sided brush. Dip right into your vanilla dusting powder and just set it before you continue. And then while you have that out, I'm just gonna take that blur brush, or I'm sorry, not the blur brush, the blend brush again. And I'm just gonna tap right into that vanilla dusting powder and I'm just gonna set underneath my eyes. It's also gonna give it a little bit of a matte finish. This is translucent, so it works for every skin tone. And it's just a very light setting powder. But you can see it does give it a little bit of a matte look, but also helps further set your makeup. And I'm just being mindful of those areas where I hid my little friends. And there you go. Now you just gotta wait for your hair to be totally done or get dressed or whatever, and you are done with your makeup. Throw on some mascara if you want, and you are out the door. It like literally could not be more natural. Oh, wait, we're not done. Illuminator. Pop a little bit of an illuminator down your nose. Put a little bit underneath your eyebrow. This is like the secret sauce. I can't believe I almost forgot that step. There you go. You know the cool part? This is all in one palette. This just makes traveling so easy. All this, one palette, ready to go. Can't beat it. Couple extra brushes. But like I said, you can take this at any level you want. It doesn't mean you have to do this every day. You could choose the level that you want for that day. But honestly, this makeup is going to look just like this. It's going to be able to last throughout my day, last through whatever I do at night. I can go to the gym. I can go to kids' games. And really, when I take my makeup off at the end of the day, it's going to look just like this, except for it's warming up to my face. So it just starts to look better as your day goes on. It is kind of crazy, but it's true. So if you haven't tried it yet, if you don't know where to start, reach out. I'll help you. I'll color match you. Don't be lost trying to figure out what colors you are, because the colors do not look the same on the website. And even when they come inside your palette, look at it. Some of them look orange. It's kind of crazy. Yet that's what got rid of my under eye circles. It is a color science. It is using the color wheel in order to help with your makeup. So I will help walk you through all of that, and I will be here as your beauty BFF every step of the way. So I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for being here as always. And let me know if you ever have any questions. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.